Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing one of my favorite types of videos. You probably already know what it is. Well, of course, because you read the title, but this is going to be the unboxing for September's Boxyluxe. I'm very excited because number one, this is my first time filming in like 2 weeks, so I feel like I've been going from YouTube for a very long time. 2 weeks in YouTube world is like a month to me. But anyway, so I'm excited to be back filming today, and I'm just excited. Because we're doing a Boxyluxe unboxing. So if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sonia, aka SistarPhilly, and let's jump right into the box. So every time I do a BoxyCharm or Boxyluxe video, I do always put links in my description for those of you who want more information and maybe you're not familiar with it. But just to give you an overview of how it works, it is a monthly subscription service. You pay $21 every month and you get 4 to 5 full-size makeup products in your regular boxes. And then you can upgrade to Boxyluxe where every 3 months, so it's in March, June, September, and December, you can upgrade to Boxyluxe. You're going to be paying an additional $28.99. So your full box is going to cost you $49.99 on the months that you do Boxyluxe, and you get 8 to 10 full-size products. And in Boxyluxe, it tends to be a mix of makeup, skincare, and lifestyle products, whereas the regular boxes that cost $21 a month, they're usually just makeup and skincare. So again, we're going to be doing Boxyluxe today for September. Each month they do theme the box, and this month it is called All Access. So this is what the card looks like. And then on the back of the box, or back of the card rather, they just give you some information on some of the products. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you 3 products that I'm not going to be demoing today, and I'll explain why as I go through them. And I'm just going to share with you a little bit about the product and how much it retails for. So the first one is IGK Mistress Hydrating Hair Balm. And this is what the packaging looks like. I have never heard of this brand before, but when I read some of the information on this product, well, first let me read to you what it says on the card. Oh, there's really not a lot of information on the card. It just says it's a leave-in conditioning balm that won't weigh your hair down, and it costs $29. So when I looked at the information on the back of the packaging, one of the first things that I see is that it has coconut oil in it. So that's why I'm not going to be using this one, because my hair doesn't seem to like coconut anything. So I'm going to find someone that I can give this to. So I'm not going to be able to give you any feedback on this, but just so that you'll know, in case you've ever heard of this brand and you like their products, this does retail for $29. Next, we have a Stila All Day Liquid Lipstick. And this is the packaging here. This color is called Angelo. So I'm not going to open this because I'm still hoping to do a giveaway on my channel one day. I'm trying to wait until I get more subscribers and a little bit more watch time. So I'm saving products that I know I'm not going to like for the giveaway. If you can tell this color here, you can, I mean, maybe I can use this if I wanted to do like an ombre lip or something like this, but this is just a color that I would not like for me, I don't think. So I'm not going to chance it. I don't want to open it. I'm just going to save this for a giveaway, but in case you are interested, this one retails for $22. It's supposed to be a full coverage creamy liquid lipstick that delivers bold and long lasting color, and it's supposed to last for 12 hours. It's enriched with vitamin E and avocado oil, and it's supposed to have a lightweight formula. I have come across just a couple of liquid lipsticks that I do like, but in general, liquid lipsticks is just not my thing. I just prefer like the bullet lipstick. But the main reason I'm not going to try this out today is because of the color. I just don't think I'm going to like this on me. So like I said, I'm not going to open it. I'm going to save this for a giveaway. And then the last product that I'm not going to be demoing today is the Sutra Clipless Curling Iron with Cool Tips. So I wanted to show y'all the packaging before I take it out. I think this little bag that it comes in is pretty cute, especially if you're going to use this for traveling. This, I would probably actually use it. I'm just not going to demo it today. So it looks like it's a standard clipless curling iron. Nothing too special about how it looks. It says on the card, the clipless curling iron is the perfect tool for beach waves, glam curls, soft or tight curls, or even ringlets. The top of the line curling iron has a ceramic heating element and an infused titanium polished barrel. So, oh wow, this retails for $65. I've never heard of this brand either, but this is something that I would use. So those are the 3 products that I'm not going to be actually showing you in the video. So now let's move on to what I am going to be showing you. Okay, so my face is freshly washed and I decided to go ahead and do my eyebrows. I usually do my brows after I put on foundation and concealer, but for some reason I just decided to go ahead and do the brows first today. So I don't have any product on my face because the first couple of products that we're going to be using are skincare. So the first one that we have is the Glow Recipe Pineapple C Bright Serum. And this is a close-up of it here. I really like this packaging because it does look kind of like a pineapple. The Ultimate Brightening Serum for brightening and smoothing. It's formulated with a stable blend of 22% pure pineapple juice. That's a really high percentage. One of the most potent sources of natural vitamin C, natural AHA, and bromelain, I may not be pronouncing that correctly, enzymes. Infused with chamomile, aloe, and vitamin E, and it soothes even the most sensitive skin. So on the instructions on the box, it just says apply 1 to 2 drops on clean skin and gently pat skin for optimal absorption. You can use up to 3 to 4 times a week and gradually increase your usage, and you should follow up with a sunscreen. I wish I had read that before I sat down and got comfortable. I'm filming this at night, so I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not going to put on a sunscreen after this because all of the stuff that I'm putting on my face is not going to stay on for very long. So I'm just going to put a couple of drops on each side of my face. Now, one thing I noticed about this right away is that it really does smell like pineapple. So I'm hoping that the scent of it actually goes away, because I really don't like having anything on my face or on my skin that like really smells like fruit. I prefer fragrance-free stuff. So like if you're like me and you're like kind of sensitive to fragrances, this really does smell like pineapple. It smells good, but it smells like pineapple juice. But you know, I just don't like for my skin to have like a fruity smell. But yeah, it's like a really strong pineapple scent. But in terms of how it feels and everything, it feels just fine. You know, it's a skincare product, so I really can't give you like a first impression on it right now, but it feels okay right now. I've said a million times on my channel that I have to get better at coming back to my audience with updates, especially for skincare. So this is another one that I'm going to put on my list to do that. But you know, so far so good, but I've only had it on for a couple seconds. This one retails for $49. Okay, I let that serum sit on my face and kind of like absorb in my skin for a couple minutes. So now we're going to move on to a moisturizer. This is the Dr. Brandt Hydrobiotic Recovery Sleeping Mask. A hydrating recovery sleeping mask that balances skin's natural occurring flora and locks in moisture overnight to reduce redness and soothe the signs of irritation. Just a close up of the packaging. I'm excited about this because since I've been doing BoxyCharm, I think this is going to be my 4th Dr. Brandt product from BoxyCharm, and everyone that I tried I really like. And this is actually right on time for me because I kind of need a new nighttime moisturizer. I'm just running out of the one that I currently use. So if I like this, maybe I'll just keep using this instead of repurchasing my regular moisturizer. So this one says on the instructions, is there instructions on here? So it just says to apply to clean, dry skin before bedtime and do not rinse, use nightly. So to me, it's kind of weird that it's a mask, but you're not supposed to rinse it off, but you know, we'll see. That's what it looks like. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little bit on each side of the face. Like I said when I was doing the pineapple mask, or the pineapple serum rather, I'm kind of sensitive to smells, and this one has like a scent to it that's kind of strong to me. It's kind of like fragrancy almost. It's okay. It's not the worst, but like I just prefer like totally fragrance free stuff. So again, because this is a skincare product, it's hard for me to give you a first impression right now, but I can say that it went onto the skin just fine, and my skin does feel really nice and smooth. I will say that. And I do have a good feeling about this because it's Dr. Brandt. But again, I'm going to have to put this one on my list too, so I can come back and give y'all an update. And this one retails for $52. Okay, so my skincare has been on my face for a few minutes. I wanted to let it sit and kind of marinate. I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation and concealer and setting powder. I'm doing all of that off camera because none of that is from Boxycharm. Then we're going to come back and we're going to show y'all the eyeshadow palette that came in the box. Alright, foundation and concealer are on. I also went ahead and put some lid primer on. I'm wearing Fenty foundation and Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and for my lid primer I used the MAC Paint Pot and Painterly and the LA Girl Pro concealer. So we're going to jump right into the next product. This is the Violet Voss Essentials Pro Series eyeshadow palette. I like the packaging. I actually think this is really nice and like fall-like. These colors remind me of the season, and then this is what the colors look like. I think overall this is a really nice looking palette, but for my taste, I think I'm just going to always gravitate toward the colors on the bottom row. Like the ones on the top I might play around with. I do really like this green one here, but just generally speaking, the colors that are on the top row, they're not really my thing. I much rather prefer like pinks and purples, and some of these look a bit more cool toned than the ones up top. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to stick with the bottom row, and I think I'm just going to do like a standard everyday look. We'll see. So I'm going to start off with, every time I use an eyeshadow palette for the very first time, I like to go in with a dry brush just to see how pigmented everything is. I'm going to start off with the color Plum Berry, this one here, and this is going to be like my main lid color for today. So the first thing I'm noticing when I pick up the color, pick up the shadow on the brush, there's hardly any fallout. So I'm just going to pat this on pretty much my entire lid. And I think for the brush being dry, I think I'm getting like pretty good color payoff here. To me, this isn't like a super pigmented purple in the palette, so I'm not really expecting like a huge pop of purple on my lid. I think it pretty much looks the same on my lid as it does in the palette. I'm gonna take the color Black. This color to me kind of looks like a blue black in the pan. It doesn't look super black, but it's called Black. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put it on the very outer part of the lid. And I'm just gonna put it right on top of the purple shade. Now maybe because I'm putting it on top of the purple shade, it doesn't look totally black on my eye. But like I said, even in the pan and when I pick it up on the brush, to me it doesn't look like a straight black color. When you move the palette around a little bit like this, I mean, I feel like on some angles it looks black and some angles it doesn't. But on my eye especially, it may be coming off kind of like as a, I don't know, midnight black or like a blue or purplish black, but part of that may be because I'm putting it right on top of that purple. I'm picking up Dusty Rose, and that's exactly what this color looks like. It's like a true dusty rose. So I'm picking this up on a small blender brush, and I'm going to use this to diffuse everything out at the top. This color may be too light. I actually think it'll work. I just have to build it up. But if it is too light, I'm going to go in with another shade. But what I'm doing is I'm also mixing in a little bit of that black shade that I put on my crease so that the finished look just has everything diffusing together. Okay, so now that I've blended out that shade Dusty Rose, I'm picking up some more of the shade, but I'm kind of like blending it on top of the shade black because I feel like I want that to be a little softer on the corners. I'm going to pick up pink with my finger and I'm going to plop that kind of like right in the middle. Oh gosh, that's more pigmented than I thought. Anyway, I'm putting this kind of like in the center of my lid. And I am going to tap into the top row for this shade here. This is called Cream. I'm going to use this as my highlight, my inner corner highlight. So I'm just going to concentrate it right here. Ooh, that's really pigmented too. I wasn't expecting it to be like that potent. So it's so pigmented that, not pigmented, I guess I should say it's so bright that I feel like I want to go on top of it with something else. I'm going to go on top of it with the shade Pink, the one that I put in the center of my lid, and see if I can tone it down a little bit. So can you see a difference from eye to eye? I think this one looks a little bit better because it's not coming off as being so like white almost. So I'm just gonna kind of blend these two colors together. I'm gonna go in with, let's try the shade Cinnamon just because I haven't used it yet. So let's try this one on the outer part of the lower lash line, but if I feel like it's kind of like too off from what's going on the top, then I'll go on top of it with another shade. Just because I don't want the look to look like really super smoky, I'm gonna stick with this one, but I feel like if I had used the shade Black on my lower lash line, it might look a little bit better, but I think I'm gonna stick with this. I just don't want it to look like super sultry. I was really going for more like a daytime look, but that just kind of, that didn't happen. So, well, I don't know. For me, this is more like an evening, like night out look, not necessarily daytime. All right, we'll finish up with the eyes in a little bit because I do have another product that I'm gonna put on the eye from the box, but we're gonna move back to the face and I'm gonna go to the next product, which is the Park Avenue Princess Chisel Palette. So this is the packaging. I really like it. It's really pretty. This is, let me see if I can show you the inside without blinding you. So this is what the powders look like. I unfortunately don't think I'm going to be able to use most of the powders in here. There are a couple that I'm going to play around with today, but I do think for the most part, I'm not going to get too much use out of this. I really wish I had thought to use this shade on the end. This is called Halo. I wish I had thought to use this one as an under eye setting powder today, but I didn't think to do that until just now. But I am going to try just a couple of these shades as a bronzer today. So I'm starting off with the shade Crown, and this is the deepest one in the palette. I'm going to use that as a cheek and forehead bronzer. This one, it looks like it's going to be a bit more golden than I would prefer, but I think that I could, you know, work with it. So I'm going to start by just applying some of this to like the bottom of my cheekbone, I guess. And I do, in case you're not familiar with my channel, I do like a very subtle bronzer on me. I don't like for my face to look like super chiseled and super snatched, which is why I always prefer bronzing over contouring. So yeah, this is a color that I can definitely wear as a bronzer. It is nice and subtle, and I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but I can kind of see like a little bit of like a golden reflex on my face, but nothing too crazy. Like this is a product that I would actually use on a regular basis. I don't think it's as good, and I don't think it's as good of a match for my skin tone as my favorite bronzer right now, which is the Physicians Formula bronzer in Endless Summer, because that one isn't quite as golden as this, but this one is still pretty nice. All right, so this is basically the extent to which I would bronze my face, because like I said, I like it to be nice and subtle. So far, I do really like the color Crown. I'm also gonna try the shade Carrot. It's a little lighter than Crown. I'm gonna try that on my nose and see how I like that. All right, and same thing with my nose. I don't like for it to look really snatched. I just like to add just a little bit of dimension on my face. So again, I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but this is a color that I could use on my nose, even though I just applied like 3 or 4 coats, so I do have to build it up. Whereas if I were to try this one, I feel like obviously I wouldn't have to build it up as much. So this looks good to me, but just for the sake of trying to get use out of this palette, I'm gonna go on top of it with the shade Crown. When I turn my head in certain areas, like to certain angles, I can really see some gold in the shade Carrot, to the point where now that it's showing up a little bit more, I wouldn't use this on my nose. It looks too golden to me, but I don't know if y'all can see it. So every time I bronze my nose, I take whatever I use for my foundation and then I'll just pat on top of it just to soften it a little bit. So I actually think it looks better with putting Crown on top, because like I said, that shade Carrot, it has like a really golden undertone. I don't care for it on my skin tone. But I mean, I don't know. I might see if I can give this to someone that I already know, since I used it already, because the shade Crown I can get away with, but the rest of these in here, I don't think that I can get too much use out of it. In terms of the formula and everything, I think everything was fine with that. It's just that for my skin tone, this wasn't really a good match. Let me know in the comments if you're aware if this was a variation product, because I think it was. I don't know if this is like the darkest palette or what, but I'm not gonna get a whole lot of use out of this one. And just so you'll know, this retails for $45. Okay, so we're down to the last product, and this is the Hank & Henry Slick With It Long Wear Liquid Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Blickety Black. I think they should have just called it black, but whatever. Okay, so this is the packaging, and I don't know, when they said liquid eyeliner, I was expecting like something where you twist it out of, you know, a little pot of liquid. To me, this kind of looks like a felt tip liner, but I can't really tell if it's felt tip or if it's like a really fine like brush. But let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to my upper lash line. And it does apply very evenly. I'm just making sure y'all can see what I'm doing. So I try to get up like really close. It does apply very evenly. And the reason I wear eyeliners, in case you're watching me for the first time, I don't wear false lashes. But the reason I wear eyeliner is because it gives the illusion of a thicker lash line. So when I'm comparing the two, it does look thicker over here. And I like the way that it applied very evenly and very close to my lash line. So first impression wise, I do really like this. And I do think it's a bit easier to work with than the eyeliner that I would normally use, which is the NYX liquid liner. So the fact that this is an eyeliner pen, and it does feel like a brush. It doesn't feel like a felt tip. It feels like a brush. Yeah, this is just, it's easier to use compared to a typical liquid liner. So first impression, I do really like this. This one retails for $20. I can't really speak to if it stays in place and all that just yet, but just speaking on a first impression basis, I like this one. I'm gonna finish up my eyes. I'm gonna do my mascara off camera, then I'm gonna come back and show y'all how I'm gonna finish the whole look with some lipstick. Okay, so my eyes are all done. Everything is done except for the lips. And as usual, it always takes me forever to decide on a lipstick. So when in doubt, I say go with something simple. So I'm going to use my NYX lip liner in brown to line my lips. And I'm going to finish everything off with the Fenty Gloss Bomb. I'm trying to pan this and look at how close I am. So that's one of the reasons I'm using this today, because since we're not testing out a lip product, I'm just going to use like my everyday thing. But I can't wait to finish this because I feel like it's taking me forever to actually finish the container off. But anyway. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished look for today. I zoomed you in just a little bit so you can see what the eyeshadow looks like, just in case you're interested. I really like the way that the eyes came out today. So overall, I really like this month's box. I feel like Boxyluxe really redeemed themselves because I think it was the last Boxyluxe that we got. I really did not like that box at all. The one that we got the hair dryer in, I'm pretty sure that was the very last Boxyluxe. The hair dryer alone did kind of make the box worth it, but like everything else I just really didn't care for. This one I do really like, even though in this one there are a couple of products that I know I'm not going to use at all, or some that, you know, I may use a couple more times but I'm not really feeling them, you know, first impression wise. But generally speaking, I do really like it. I think my favorite products in the box are this eyeshadow palette, and I'm thinking also the Hank & Henry eyeliner. I really, really, really like this. I feel like it's gonna end up replacing my NYX eyeliner, at least temporarily. So let me know what y'all thought about the video. I really hope that you like it. If you have Boxyluxe and you got this month's box, let me know what you thought about it, and also let me know what variation you got. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I really hope that you'll consider doing so, and I hope that y'all will come back for my next video. Until then, take care. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.